Hi, everybody. How are you? Okay, we're going to talk about time wasters and time suckers today. And the reason we're going to be doing this is because my students are always telling me, Krista, I don't have enough time. Almost everyone says they don't have enough time, right? In fact, recently I had 2 summits, and on both the summits, every single person at the summit got up and said what their biggest challenge was. And both summits with 40 people at each one, every time one of their challenges was time. I don't have enough time in the day. Well, here's what I'm going to propose to you. I think that you have a lot more time than you think you have, right? I really think you have a lot more time than you think you have. This cell phone right here, what we have, it absolutely is a sucker of your time. It's a time sucker. And every single time that your phone rings, or you check a text, or you check when it pings or when it dings, every time you look at a Facebook post or a notification, or you answer the phone every single time that it rings, and I encourage you to answer your phone, but if you time block things, it won't be as bad. Every time that you have a distraction, excuse me, it is a waster of your time. Here's what I find. Somebody will call you, right? You're in the middle of doing something and you're super heavily engaged in what you're doing, and then you'll get a text message. So you'll answer that text message, and then your mind gets distracted, and half the time you forget what it was that you were talking about. Research and science shows that it takes about 23 minutes for you to actually get back into action with what you were doing, that you lose 23 minutes of your time. So don't let somebody else's crisis become yours. Just because your phone is ringing, just because a text message is coming through, it doesn't mean that at that very second you need to stop what you're doing and answer it. Our society thinks that everything has to be immediate. It doesn't. It's about properly setting expectations to people. It's about properly letting them know when you answer your phone, when you answer your text messages. It doesn't have to be right this very second every time, because the more that you continue to let somebody else be in charge of your time, the less time that you're going to have. Now, I know some of you are going, oh my gosh, I have to answer the phone right away. I might lose a deal or lose a client or whatever it might be. Anybody can wait 30 minutes, right? Or an hour or 2 hours, for God's sakes. Now, I know that's not the best response time for a lead, but it is for your life and for your time. So if you are finding it that you don't have a lot of time, start setting proper expectations with your clients. Let them know when you call back and what they can expect. And 9 times out of 10, they respect you for that. And if they don't, and they say, oh, you need to call me back immediately, then you don't want to work with that client anyways. They're going to make your life not so nice. So again, think about how you're spending your time, what time wasters you have. Are you spending 2 hours a day on Facebook? Are you spending 2 hours a day in group chats, messaging back and forth and sending videos and this and that to your friends? I mean, what are you doing with your time? Really analyze it. And then think about ways that you can actually make improvements and make changes so that you actually do have more time. And segment and time block. Don't let anything else during those time blocking events come in the way between you and what your mission is, because every text message and every phone call that you get, it deviates you away from what you're doing. It takes away your mental focus. It makes you less productive, right? So don't let this, it doesn't have to be right now, right? We're getting less done now than we ever have before in history because of our cell phones. Because of all the distractions, the text messaging, the dinging, the notifications from, Instagram, Snapchat, your messages, Facebook, all these things. It's not helping you. Just because everyone does it doesn't mean that it's right, okay? So you have the ability to set proper expectations up with your clients so that they know when they can expect to hear from you, and also so that you can actually set expectations up with yourself and get into a different habit. Get into a different habit of being so, reactive. You're being reactive. Every time that you just jump because somebody else rings you or dings you or pings you or messages you, you are being reactive. So I hope this helped just a little bit. We had a much more extensive call today about this on the coaching call. People really, really liked it. So I figured it'd be a nice, quick little Facebook Glad You Do for you. And if you ever need any assistance, let me know. I'll be here again on Thursday. And as always, make it a great day. Be as positive as you can, because what you put in here is what you get out of it. So visualize what it is that you want in your life. And I'll talk to you guys all soon.